Hey everyone, Dan at Ochiko Bushcraft. Well, I am out here for the first time ever ATV camping. Now, normally when I'm out here camping, I set up pretty much just out of my backpack. I'll hike in somewhere and just whatever's in my pack and maybe my shoulder bag if I take both is what I'm using. But occasionally I bring my four-wheeler out and ride it and camp close to my truck. So then pretty much luxury. I'll set up a tent near my truck and spend part of the day riding the ATV and then come back and just hang out around the campsite, go for hikes and whatnot. Well, I decided to do something completely different. I've never used my ATV for camping before. So I've got my vehicle stashed away out here in the woods, hopefully where people will leave it alone. And I can take off up some old logging roads. There's even a trail out here that goes through the mountains. It's like 50 miles round trip that's designed just for ATVs. So I can take off up that trail where I could never walk, that kind of a distance in a day. I can easily ride up that trail, up old logging roads, whatever, on my ATV, set up my camp, go hiking, exploring, whatever, do bushcraft, come back, spend the night, load up on the ATV in the morning and head on out. So I just thought I'd share with you guys the setup that I've got for this. It's pretty cool. Being my first time, I didn't buy a whole bunch of extra stuff, but I did buy some stuff that we are going to field test and review while I'm out here. So I got my Yamaha. It's an older Yamaha Kodiak 400 4x4. I've never had a place out here in the woods that it wouldn't take me to. It's a blast to ride. And on the back, I've got my backpack. I got my extra shirt thrown up there right now. But I just took my normal bushcraft pack and with some straps. We've got some straps here, buckles. I've got that strapped down to the back. Now I've got tools and things like that, but I specifically want to talk about some extra gear I'm bringing. So normally, since I just take my pack and shoulder bag when I walk in somewhere, this is kind of luxury camping for me because I've got some goodies along that I normally would not have. So let's go around to the front here and I'll show you a couple of the things that we'll be reviewing and field testing and how I got the front set up. Okay, so I just used a cargo net that someone gave me to hold my shoulder bag on the front. So once I get to where I'm going to set up camp, I'll just leave my pack with my main gear with the four-wheeler, throw my shoulder bag on, and go do some exploring. But what has turned this into, for me, a luxury trip is I picked up a duffel bag. I didn't want to buy anything fancy. Now I know there's boxes you can buy, there's storage containers, there's all kinds of things you can buy for ATVs. But since this is new to me, I just wanted to go really simple. So I just went on Amazon and I picked up a duffel bag. The brand is, I think it's pronounced Lyweem, Lyweem. I will put that in the description. It was 29 bucks on Amazon. But I really like this. It's 1,000 denier. And I got a front pocket where I can put some extra gear, some lighters or something down inside. Here's what I really liked about it. This was cool to me. It's got a pocket on the side that actually extends into the pack. So I love to play in the creeks when I'm out here. And I'm going to be staying over the night. I'll, use the creek for bathing purposes. So I've got a towel shoved down in here. I've got some wilderness wash. And I got what I call my water socks. I don't know if they're still called this. I've had these for years and years. But anytime I'm out here in the creeks, I have these on my feet so that I don't cut my foot on a rock, or if I get into a place where other people have been, broken glass. So this is cool because this extends right inside of the pack, but keeps everything isolated from the rest of the stuff. I just shove those in there. My towel, soap. Zip that up, and it's got drain holes back here too. And then the pack itself, another cool little feature is these straps have a buckle that comes off and reattaches to the end, with the idea, and I got this tangled up here, with the idea now that you can put this over your shoulder. So if you were just carrying this duffel bag, maybe you need a duffel bag for traveling, you can now take this, put it over your shoulder, do the same with the other side, and turn this duffel bag into a makeshift backpack. And when you want to use it as a duffel bag again, just reattach it over here, and now you've got a duffel bag. So again, these just come detach and detach right here. And if you can hear that, guys, I apologize. They've turned the cattle loose out in the woods, and right now there's just hardly a place out here you can go where you don't run into cows, and I got one back over here behind me hollering its head off. So the other thing, it's got a carry handle on this end too, so you can carry it this way or this way. And it's got a mesh pouch up here, so I can put in, and I probably will on the next trip, I can put in some extra clothes or some extra socks. In fact, you know what? Let's do that right now. And it's got a place to put my car keys for the night. So that's a cool little pouch. Put some extra clothes, long johns, whatever up in there. So let me show you. I didn't throw a bunch of extra stuff in here, but this is luxury for me because the stuff in here is stuff that I normally would not have. So one of the items that we'll be field testing is the Stanley Essential Pot Set. Now fire season is just pretty much upon us, which means no more cooking over a fire. I'm gonna have to use alternative means. So perfect time to try out this essential cook pot set. Stanley, we'll be doing a review on that. Other thing, okay, yellow jackets, hornets, mosquitoes, plenty of red and black ants with a nasty bite, and a whole bunch of other things are just out like crazy now for the rest of the summer. July, August, September, they're everywhere. So I could build a raised bed and protect myself from the ground critters, still deal with the mosquitoes some. But this is a one Tigris solo or one person mesh tent, no poles. Basically, it's just a mesh tent that weighs barely over a pound, and you either have to supply your own poles from nature, or hopefully I'll be able to rig it up on a ridge line between two trees and just set my bed up inside it. And it's nothing more than a screen. It doesn't have a rain fly or anything, but I got my poncho in my pack and my big tarp. So this is going to provide shelter for the night. So I said we'll be doing a field review on this, on the cook set, a couple other things. So luxury, normally I would just use my reflective ground pad. I've got the little climate air mattress This is the insulated one. Camouflage, of course, got to blend in. And since it's not able to use campfires right now, and I can use my little Esbit pocket stove. If I was carrying just my pack, that's what I would be doing. But because I'm going in luxury, I know most people think having a big fifth wheel trailer or something is luxury. This duffel bag is luxury for me. It's a luxury edition. So I've got my little Coleman, what is it, Peak One? Yeah, Coleman Peak One stove, a couple canisters of fuel, and some extra clothing. And what is of value in the woods? I got a money bag here. I call it the money of the forest. A bag full of fat wood. I don't go anywhere without fat wood. It's in my pack. It's in my shirt pocket. It's in my shoulder bag. All right. So there it is, guys. Like I said, it's for me, this is luxury, because if you're used to just camping out of a pack or a pack and a shoulder bag, because I like to use my shoulder bag to go exploring, adding things like my water socks so I can go run around and play in the creeks, the Coleman and the canister fuel to cook on in a nice big pot set. I got lots of food with me. The mesh tent, rather than just sleeping under a tarp and dealing with the insects, having a mesh tent to get inside, and the air mattress. This duffel bag is turning this into a luxury trip. So pretty much all I got to do is find me a spot that I want to set up for the night now. I'm out on an old road. Said I've got my vehicle kind of stashed back up into the trees. I'm not too far from that trail. If I want to ride up to the end of this road, I will come to an ATV trail that just takes off into the wilderness. Like I said, I'm just guessing by looking at the map, but I'm going to say it's probably 25 miles down to the bottom and back on the trails, lots of windy. I can go up there and then pull off and camp anywhere. So that's all that's left, is find me a place that I want to set up camp, go exploring, do some bushcraft, hang out in my, and do the gear reviews for you guys on the cook set and the mesh tent. So, you know what? Let's take off. Let's start looking. We'll just go up the road for a ways, and I'll take you guys with me and see what we find. Hey guys, let's take off up the road here and show you a little bit of the area that I'm in. You can hear me, there's old logging roads like this all through the mountains. This one's vehicle accessible, but like I said, it connects in with that ATV trail not too far up here, where I can just go for miles and miles, ATV only, and disappear. That actually looks promising up in there. I'm gonna pause you guys for a second. I'm gonna back up and look up in there. Okay. I wanna check this out, because I'm not too far from a little stream. There's actually a spring coming out of the hillside right here. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's take a walk up there, guys. Just a second. Okay. This isn't bad. Of course, see, it's hot right now. We're heading in to a bunch of 90-degree days. And this looks like a cool little area back in here. And thing about it, if I decide later, because I will, I'll be taking off riding my ATV, that I want to move to a different spot, I can. Oh yeah, there's a little stream right here. Definitely have to use my water filter because cows have been in here, but that's no big deal. I do this all the time. Cows are out here in the creeks, in the springs, throughout the summer. You just use your water filter and you're fine. So that's cool. That gives me a little place for drinking water. And I know there's a creek in the canyon below me, so that'll give me a place to play in the water. So I think that's going to do it, guys. I think there's my ATV back over here. I might walk up here into the trees a little bit. Use a couple of these trees like right there in front of me. Use a couple of those trees right in front of me. Maybe to rig up that little mesh tent. Get out of the sun because I don't want to be in the sun in the afternoon. Got a beautiful view of the sky above me. Nice opening right here. So I'll be able to see the stars at night. Yeah, that's gonna work. So this is my very first time ATV camping. Like I said, normally I just walk to a place like this, but then obviously like that ATV trail, it's about 25 miles long. Unless I want to walk for a couple days, I'm not going to get very far. And on the ATV, I can go up that trail and, you know, cover miles and miles really quick and easy. Plus, I get to do some luxury camping, carrying some extra gear with me, and do some reviews and videos for you guys while I'm out here, because I want to test that cook set and that one Tagris mesh tent. And in regards to the duffel bag, I really like that duffel bag, especially for 29 bucks with all the features. So I think I'm actually going to pick up a second one and load it up with maybe just like a whole bunch of backpackers meals and then whenever I go anywhere, I just always throw it in the truck or something. But anyway, guys, Dan at Ochiko Bushcraft out here ATV camping for the very first time. Sorry about the camera being a little shaky. I don't have my tripod, just carrying the camera loose. But I'm going to enjoy myself, guys. Stay tuned for the gear reviews. Take care, everyone, and we'll do more of this as the summer goes on. I got a feeling I found myself a new hobby, ATV camping. Take care, everyone.